I almost died in an elevator, but what happened next was pure karma. Okay, so this happened last week, and I still can't wrap my head around it. I was in a tall skyscraper downtown for a big meeting. Super fancy place. Glass walls, the works. It's one of those buildings where you can see the entire city below as the elevator moves up or down. The meeting goes well, so I'm heading back down to the lobby. I step into the elevator, and it's just me, feeling kind of smug about how well the meeting went. The doors close, and the elevator starts to descend. About halfway down, suddenly, bam, the whole elevator jerks, the lights flicker, and then it's pitch black. I'm talking completely dark, like you couldn't even see your hand in front of your face. My heart starts racing. The elevator is still moving, but it's slow and jerky. The whole building loses power. The elevator stops and the air feels thick with panic. I'm trapped. Alone. In a glass box, hundreds of feet up. My mind is spiraling. I press the emergency button, but it's dead silence. I hit it again. Nothing. I start hyperventilating, thinking this is it. I'm about to die in a glass box hundreds of feet off the ground. The claustrophobia is getting to me. I try to stay calm, but it's getting harder. My palms are sweaty, and I can hear my own heartbeat in my ears. Then, out of nowhere, the elevator jerks again. This time, it's worse. I hear this loud metallic grinding sound. You know that sound when metal's about to snap? Yeah, that one. My stomach drops. I literally think, okay, I'm going to fall to my death. This is how it's going to happen. But then, just as I'm mentally preparing for the worst, the lights flicker back on. The elevator starts moving again. Slowly, but it's moving. My body is shaking. I'm gasping for breath, but at least I'm not plummeting to the ground anymore. It's the longest 2 minutes of my life. When I get out of the elevator, my legs are jelly, but I try to play it cool. I'm not trying to look like I almost just died in there. I walk out of the building, but I'm still in shock. But then, here's the kicker. Remember that coworker I had a huge argument with earlier that day? Yeah, the one I snapped at over something so petty. We were bickering over who should take on a small task, which in hindsight was ridiculously childish. Well, turns out, my coworker was in a different elevator on the same building, and their elevator was the one that actually malfunctioned. Instead of just losing power, theirs went into freefall for a few seconds before it caught itself and stopped. They made it out, but they were seriously shaken up. I didn't know whether to feel bad or just grateful for my own elevator's malfunction being less extreme, but I was hit with this sense of pure karma. After that, I couldn't stop thinking about how trivial the arguments and frustrations I'd had earlier that day were. The whole thing really put things into perspective. Life is unpredictable, and it can end in a flash. That experience, the fear, the relief, the karma, really made me realize how important it is to let go of small grudges and focus on what really matters. I walked over to my coworker later that day, apologized, and we actually had a decent conversation. We're on much better terms now. Moral of the story? You never know when something like this will happen. Life's way too short to hold on to petty drama. And also, if you're in a tall building, maybe take the stairs next time.